A very good morning and a hearty welcome to the Honorable Judges, the civil judges of Batch 2021 and everyone present here. May we all now rise for the invocation song, Tamil Tainam.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் பதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனதும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை சிரம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
I now invite Honorable Dr. Justice Amita Suman, Judge, High Court of Madras, Member, Board of Governors, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, to welcome the gathering. Thank you, Member.
Respected the Chief Justice, President of the Board of Governors, Justice Sundar, Justice Adikeshaglu, the Director and his team, ladies, gentlemen, and most importantly, the young judicial officers who are all armed and equipped to commence discharge of your judicial functions. A very, very warm welcome to each and every one of you here. My role is limited to welcoming you alone, so I will stick with the mandate. There are more erudite speakers that are going to be speaking after me to touch on the finer aspects of the training that you have had, how you are expected to have assimilated it, how you are going to be applying it. So I'm not going to be touching on those points. I just have two things to say before I resume my seat. The first is that there is a qualitative difference between the welcome that we gave this very audience in the last week of December 2021 and today. And we will attribute that difference in quality to the learning that has been imbibed by you over the last 20 weeks. Now, I've been taken through the training module itself, and I understand that there are aspects of training that go beyond, over and beyond the theoretical aspects, which is new to this batch. You are the sixth batch that undergo the training academy from this judicial academy that was commenced in 1997. You are the sixth batch, and you have been the special beneficiaries of a module that incorporates not just theory, not just resources in the sense of lectures and study circles, etc., but you have also been exposed to a mock court setup or a moot court setup to touch on the practical aspects of what you will be encountering, I will not say difficulties, but I will say situations that you will be encountering in the years to come. So no doubt you are primed and poised to take on the challenges that await you. Every time we go to a district, we are amazed at the kind of power that the judicial officers command in the district. And this comes down to the fact that you are the entry point that is going to be meeting the litigation. You will determine the fate of the litigation in the years to come, going all the way up to the Supreme Court in many cases. So do bear that in mind. All this is connected to my welcome. So I will just, I'm not straying from the mandate given to me. You will be touching not just on the legal or the intellectual aspects of the litigation itself, but on the economic fabric of the state, of the district that will come under your command. When I say this, I mean that litigation is inextricably connected with business and with the human relations that take place within the district. And you, as judicial officers, will be holding the reins to guide the destiny of that district in all aspects. So bear in mind that the social fabric of that district will be within your control. That's an awesome responsibility. And with that power comes the responsibility that you have to assume as well. That was the first thing that I wanted to touch upon, the qualitative difference that I feel in the welcome that we are according to you today. The second thing is that there is a scheme of mentorship that is now being proposed for this batch onwards. There is a mentor to be earmarked from among the superior judicial officers in the academy, in the district itself. But, you know, in many ways, the judicial fraternity is like a large joint family. We have the head of our family right here with us on these days, and we have the other senior members here as well. And when it comes to a joint family, you know how a joint family operates. You have so many uncles and aunts and cousins who give you advice, solicited and unsolicited at all times, like how I'm giving you now. And bear in mind that the channels of communication and our doors are always open to any one of you to come, to discuss anything that you feel is important, to vent, to talk to us, not just on the litigation itself, but on any aspects of your functioning that you think are important. And when I say this, there are two things that would be allied to this. One is that this is an intensive 20-week training that you have had, but a training for a judicial officer never stops. It will go on till the day you demit office, and it's a work in progress. And an ideal situation is that every year from now, we should have new appointees coming out of this judicial academy, but you will find that time flies. And very soon you will have those that are junior to you who join the family as well. Be sure to reciprocate the courtesy and to teach them the value of the experiences that you gather in time and over your tenure. So just to wrap up, welcome again. I wish each and every one of you a very interesting, purposeful, and a lovely tenure, one which is filled with flashes of intellect, very good health, and unimpeachable integrity. All the very best and welcome again.
Thank you, my lord. We will now honor the dignitaries on the dais. I invite Mr. D. Lingeshwaran, Director, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, to present a memento to Honorable Mr. Justice Munishwar Nath Bandari, Chief Justice, High Court of Madras, Pettinuchi, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy. Mr. S.P. Rishi Roshan, Deputy Director, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, Regional Center, Coimbatore, to present a memento to Honorable Mr. Justice T. Raja, Judge, High Court of Madras, President, Board of Governors, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy. I now invite Mr. R.A.S. Anandraj, Deputy Director, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, Headquarters, Chennai, to present a memento to Honorable Mr. Justice M. Sugar, Judge, High Court of Madras, Member, Board of Governors, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy. I now invite Mrs. D. Shobha Devi, Assistant Director, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, Headquarters, Chennai, to present a memento to Honorable Dr. Justice Anita Sumit, Judge, High Court of Madras, Member, Board of Governors, Tamil Nadu State Judicial. I now invite Honorable Mr. Justice T. Raja, Judge, High Court of Madras, President, Board of Governors, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, to deliver the special address. Thank you, my lord.
Good morning to all of you. My Lord Honorable Chief Justice of our High Court, Patron and Chief of our Judicial Academy, my esteemed brother and sister judges, members of the Board of Governors of Judicial Academy, Director Mr. Lingeshwaran, other office officials working in our Judicial Academy, judicial magistrates and civil judges newly inducted into the justice delivery system. Ladies and gentlemen, I first of all take this opportunity to thank Honorable Chief Justice for having given me an opportunity to assist him as president of this academy. It is really a privilege, honor to be a part of this great institution, Judicial Academy, teaching not only the law, several facets of life as a judicial officer. Taking it as a great privilege, I hope I'll be able to come up to the expectation of everyone here. I wholeheartedly welcome all of you. The judicial, magistrate, civil judges going to be a part of the system, namely the justice delivery system from today onwards. You have successfully completed your training. You are going to occupy a very important place in the society. Napoleon Bonaparte was a very greedy emperor. Wherever he finds a weak government country, he used to declare war without notice. He has been annexing the small countries with the France. France was growing to the greater extent, posing great threat even to the Great Britain. Once he declared war with Italy, Rome, we consider Rome as the biggest army power in the world. Rome was ruling almost half of the land, universe, for almost more than 1 century. The gentleman, Napoleon Bonaparte, declared war with Italy, Rome. After defeating Rome, he was just leading a battalion of officers, governors, generals, sipais, and other captain officers into the Vatican City. They were not knowing why Napoleon is going towards the Vatican City. Some people were saying that he is going to take away all the valuables, jewels, gems, diamonds. All they thought that must be kept over in this Vatican City, that the palace where the Pope was sitting and blessing the people all over the world. The moment he entered into this residence of the Pope, he directed all the generals, you take this chair, you take this chair, you take this chair, put it in our chariot, put it in the garage, take it to the France. And he was answering, these are the holy chairs, divinely chair. I've been declaring war, killing many people, but the moment I go and sit over there, some wisdom will dawn upon me and I'll be able to give a fair administration to the people. A chair which has been used by a pope, according to him, was a holy chair. But you are going to really occupy the divinely chair. From the day one, you are going to complete your training. You are going to occupy a very important course, which is at the grassroots level. It is the place where the problems are going to emerge. My expectation is, if you compare the sub-judges and then district judges, and then again, if you compare the number of High Court judges and then Supreme Court judges, the strength of the civil judges with whom we are going to mix up is about 633. The sub-judges are, in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, we have 348. 338 district judges are all functioning here, of course, with some vacancies in both Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. So 338 district judges, the strength of the district judges in both Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, and the sub-judges are 348 total strength. And we have only 292, and the district judges, functioning district judges or working district judges are 281, and the civil judges working today, as on today, are only 508, and the total strength is 633. So you are going to occupy the major portion of the judiciary. The people are going to come to you first. When you are all 633, namely 508 as on today, are going to represent the face of the judiciary. My expectation is, with little apprehension, the reputation of the great institution, High Court, the reputation of the subordinate judiciary, the goodwill of the higher judiciary are all only at your hands. If you are working very hard, going to the expectation, not beyond the expectation, at least to the expectation of the people, we will be enjoying the good reputation. If you are able to contribute really something to the common people, we are going to have share in that reputation. And if you are going to give any room saying that there is a dereliction of duty, we are going to cut a sorry figure. Therefore, I'm not just putting any cautious statement to you, but I'm just representing, I'm just indicating to you that if you are working hard, we will be able to claim that yes, the entire the setup, the entire hierarchy, the entire judiciary is really representing not only from you, not only from the sub-judges, and also from the higher judiciary. So I would request with all earnest request I'm just making to all of you today that work hard. If you are just going 10 minutes late to the court, people will always say, the litigants who are all sitting over there waiting for you, they will say that the judges will always come late. That will reflect upon the image of the institution. And then the more important thing is, a judge is expected to know, it's an expectation of the people, all, everything, and you are expected to be an all-knowing officer. Section 57 of the Evidence Act says, the court is expected to know the following factors. One, all laws in force in the territory of India. Look at it. All the laws enacted by the parliament, enacted by the state legislatures, local laws, you are supposed to know. The reason is very clear, because sometimes the poor lawyer will be coming and he may not be able to represent the case. And you being a judge, you have to apply the law which is relevant to the situation, which is relevant to the facts and circumstances you are facing, your litigants are facing. So when you are expected to know the all laws, local laws, the laws enacted by the parliament, the laws enacted by the state assembly, I would request you, just keep the barracks, both in your court hall and also in your official residence. That will be extremely useful to you. Whenever any occasion arises, you can easily refer to that, and then you can, with all comfort, you can just help and assist the lawyer, the litigant, and also he can order good order, degree, and judgments. I would say one more, according to me, a very crucial and vital aspect, may be useful to you. Today, the legal education has undergone tremendous revolutionary change. everywhere we have the law schools. When the law schools are all producing the law students with a specialized knowledge on drafting, specialized knowledge on arbitration, mediation, taxation law, and then patent law. Today, the conventional lawyers have completely changed. They also wanted to do some specialization. So every lawyer wanted to have some specialized field in their office. So when these people come, the specialized lawyer come to you, you must be in a position to understand and appreciate their argument. Only then they will have a faith and they will repose confidence in you. I'm able to see that you're all very young. The justice should not only be done, it should appear to be done. You may be very young, but the way in which you are going to pose a question, the way in which you are going to make some point, that should not convey the meaning to the lawyer who is going to stand before you that you are ignorant of the pleading, you are ignorant of the vital pleas raised in the suit or in the petition or in the counter or in the written statement. You must be in a position to just know what is the argument advanced before you. Only then the lawyers, the legendary lawyers, the seasoned lawyers who are going to come and argue before you and take an order from you will be happily coming, and every time will be coming to you and then argue before you without any reservation. So with this small note, I once again welcome all of you to be a part of this great institution, and the expectations are all really great, and I do hope that you will go beyond the expectation. With that, I just end my speech. I wish you all the best to come and become part of this great institution. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miller. We have now arrived at the most awaited part of the day, that is the presentation of the THEMIS, the Best Trainee Awards to the Civil Judges of Batch 2021.
In Greek mythology, Themis is the personification of justice, fairness, and divine law and order. Our Themis Award symbolizes the values of truth, peace, and competence. The book at the base of the award has a text, "Lay your pen, bring peace in society." The pair of doves on the side symbolize peace. The nib of a fountain pen stands for sharpness and clarity in words. When you look closely, there is a diamond at the tip of the nib. Diamond, being a symbol of purity, goes to show that every word written by judges must shine bright and dispel all darkness. The Themis Award is given to the trainees after assessing the entire batch comprehensively throughout the period of rigorous training. The trainees were evaluated on various criteria ranging from their readiness to take responsibility, academic caliber, courtroom managerial skills, to the quality of judgments written by them. Although two of the top ranking trainees are presented with the Themis Award, we are proud to say that every single trainee of this batch has performed exceptionally well during the training period at the academy.
On behalf of the Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, we humbly request the President Board of Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy to declare the winners of the THEMIS Awards. And
Best training, the civil judges, batch 2021. All of you. First one is E. India. Then India. Second place holder is Mr. J. Dinesh.
we humbly request the Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Madras, and Veteran Chief Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy to present the awards to the winners. Thank you, Madam. I now invite Honorable Mr. Justice Vishwanath Bandari, Chief Justice, High Court of Madras, Patron in Chief, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, to address the gathering. Thank you, my lord.
Welcome. Good morning, one and all. My esteemed brother, Justice T. Raja, President, Board of Governors, Judicial Academy. Brother Justice M. Sundar, Member of Board of Governors. Sister Justice Anita Sumanar, Member, Board of Governors, and Justice Adu Koslu, Member, Board of Governors. Director, Judicial Academy, officers of the Academy, and my dear newly recruited civil judges, ladies and gentlemen. This is a really great opportunity for me to address newly recruited judges who have or who are going to complete their training, a purposeful training, not only to know substantive, procedural, but practical aspect of the working. While I was hearing Justice T. Raja or just Sister Anita Sumanan, certain things have been reminded to you, and I would not be repeating, but will start my words with the award which has been given, and especially a diamond on the tip of the pen. The significance of the diamond has been given by the director. And then I was reminded of a story regarding the diamond. And I want to share it because the moment it was seen and the award was given, having diamond on the tip of the pen which is going to be used by you, administering justice, rightly said by Justice Raja, you would be discharging divine duties. I'm sharing the story. It is a very small story and a success story of a business person, how he remains successful. That story I would see sharing. A person, a ordinary business person in the remote area of Gujarat, he participated in a trade fair where the camels were to be sold and purchased. He went there to purchase a camel, and after deep selection of the camel, to have the best possible camel, he could select one, and after bargaining, he purchased that camel and brought it to his village. He was admiring that village, the camel, and immediately his son came. They noticed that there is a small bag hanging in the neck of the camel. That was a mystery, but realizing that it may have been put for the identification of the camel because it was a huge street fair where many camels were brought, therefore they ignore. But as you know, a young generation generally remains in the anxiety to know what is there in the bag. And his son reached to the bag. It was taken out from the neck, and he opened that bag, small bag. To his surprise, it was containing 11 diamonds. He was under confusion what to do, but immediately he reported it to his father. That bag was not for the identification of the camel, but
containing 11 diamonds, very precious 11 diamonds. The father decided to go back to the place from where the camel was purchased so that these diamonds can be returned back to the owner. After covering the area, they reached there and with great efforts, they could search out the owner of the camel who sold it. They immediately reported that you put a bag, a small bag in the neck of the camel and we could notice it. It is containing the diamonds, so we want to return it. The owner was glad to know that the person is so honest that he is coming here to return the diamond. So in turn, he thought, I should give some diamond out of 11. He said, I want to offer some diamonds to you. The person replied that I already have the diamonds. It was to the surprise of the owner that he was thinking that I would be giving the diamond, but he has already taken the diamond. Though he is returning 11 diamonds, I don't know how many diamonds he has kept. The person realized the confusion. He said that I have not taken the diamond, I have diamonds. The question was, what are the diamond you have? See, I have 3 diamonds. The diamonds which I possess are very, very valuable, very, very precious. The diamond in the name of morality, in the name of honesty, in the name of hard working. And these are the very precious diamond, therefore I don't need any more diamond. The story goes on. The person purchasing those precious diamond remained very, very successful in the business. And the moral of the story, you must realize what is the value of these diamonds. And I'm starting with that only. The diamond signifies the morality, the honesty and hard working. These are the diamonds which I would request you all should possess. On the tip of pen, this award has been given to only 2 awardees, but it signifies and should denote that you all should possess these 3 diamonds. To remain very successful, because the trader became very, very successful because of hard working, the morality he had and the honesty. You cannot purchase all these things. These are our great values. And coming to the issue, since you would be discharging divine duties, you need to be very, very careful. Practical training has been given, but when you would be going in the field, occupying the chair, you would be facing many challenges. I'm not giving anything, but it's only to caution and to complete the part of training. The challenges which may come abruptly, the challenge may be from the bar. This is only, again, I'm repeating, is only to caution and not to create a fear. And how to address it, I would be giving some practical examples also. And it has rightly been said by Sister just Anita Somana and just Raja also, how we can face the situation and how you can encounter the situation if abruptly comes. The only way is first the possession of legal knowledge. If you are in a position of the law, knowledge about the law, you would be in a position to administer the system, the law, without any difficulty. But if you don't possess or is not giving hard work to that, the difficulty comes because you would not be in a position to face the bar. They are well equipped, just as Raja said, 5 years law college. The students should not be taken as a challenge, but they are equipped with better knowledge in a way that what we had taken the studies of 3 years, we were not having the exposure of the type of exposure now given to the 5 years law student. But we have to accept the challenge. We have to come up, and that can be by dint of hardworking. The hardworking in the shape of studying the subject and giving the practical aspect. You may come in situation or face the situation where subject is little new. You're not read the subject and you have to deliver the judgment dealing with the subject, which is very, very new. What is required to be done? I mean, this is all practical aspect I'm telling you. You need to make a research at your own so that before you address the issue in the shape of judgment, it should be well researched. Your judgment is going to value not only to the litigant but to you also. It would be a reflection of your work. Therefore, the judgment should be well designed, well researched, and should compose the proposition law in such a manner which cannot be easily questioned. This can be addressed only when you work hard. But then, even after working hard, there may be situation that you are not in a position to address the issue. There is some confusion, and it happens. Even we are saying at the level of the High Court judges, when we deal with certain issues, though normally with the experience, knowledge, and the work we have done, it is not that difficult, but situation comes. The confusion comes in the mind which way it should be taken. The situation may come to you also, and in that situation, I would say, just as Raja said, you would be having, just Anita Sumanath has said, uncle, aunties. Many others, one, I mean, those may be the senior colleagues. If there's some confusion in your mind, kindly consult your senior colleague, and there shouldn't be any fear, or you should not feel shy. Discuss only the legal issue without disclosing fact of the case, without disclosing the case itself. So that if at all any confusion, some guidance is taken and there is nothing wrong in it. Because if you are giving a wrong judgment, it is going to reflect on you. It is going to affect the client. So better course is to have consultation, and this is being done practically because theoretical, whatever you have learned, you have taken in the training would be very, very different in the practical aspect, dealing with issue. Writing a judgment, yes, you have been trained, but then practically going on the field, occupying the chair, when you would be going for dictation of the judgment, maybe initially some difficulty, but again, I'm saying, it would not be difficult. For illustration, you take the judgment of your seniors, the pattern of writing of the judgment, you may know, though you have been trained. Again, I'm saying, but practically, whenever you face difficulty, you can apply these methods. Dealing with the bar, another very, very crucial and a subject which is required to be addressed to all of you. The bar at the lowest level, I mean, we are again saying, I mean, we are blessed one. It's not that difficult to handle the bar at the High Court level than at the lower level. But keep it calm, and you need to have a lot of patience, which is one tool which has to be kept in mind. Somebody is trying to provoke you, don't get it. You have to maintain the calm because you are holding the chair. The person addressing you may not be having that position as you possess. Therefore, the patience is one thing which has to be kept in mind. Don't get provoked. Even if you are asking some question to lawyer and he's not addressing, you are repeating. If he's again not addressing, you are having the pen in your hand. You can deal with the issue writing the judgment, but don't get into any of such situation where you are put in trouble unnecessarily. That is one aspect. The patience is a tool which has to be kept always by the judges. That is very, very difficult aspect. Again, I'm telling. But then by practice, you would be occupying that also. These are few things which have to be kept in mind because not only the judicial work, you would be taking out the administrative work also. The job is not only in the judicial side, but the administrative side also. That has also been given in the training program. Those aspects are also be recorded to be taken. Your administrative skill, that would also be tested. But again, nothing would be difficult if you do your work with 3 diamonds with you. I don't think, and I don't per se, that you would be facing any difficulty. You are bright, recruited civil judges, and we hope and trust that you would be doing the best, not only best to your ability, and we would feel proud that we are having a batch which is so well equipped, not only by the training, but by their hard work, the morality, and the honesty in them. Tips have also been given that how to conduct yourself. One part is only conduct in the court. That is not the end of the game. You have to conduct outside the court also. You would be holding such a prestigious post where the litigant, either way, would be affected by the outcome of the judgment. At times, they would try to approach you. And these are all hard, real things which happens. And therefore, it is better to discuss those issues also. This is outside the court, I'm saying. How to conduct yourself in the court is one aspect, and how to conduct yourself out of the court, that is the second aspect. You have to maintain distance. You feel that I would be independent in the court, therefore there shouldn't be any fear to meet anyone at the residence or outside. But I'm saying, you never know the person meeting even your friend, what he's going to share with others about your friendship with him or anything else. My request would be, to the extent is possible, kindly maintain distance. I mean, this is again a very tough job in a way. Though divine duties, you would be serving the public. You are blessed one that you have been given this post, the chair, to discharge divine duties. Therefore, more responsibility on you, that while discharging the divine duties, nothing adverse should come to you. This is all caution. I mean, this is not to create a fear, but may help you in the practical working. Once you will apply this method in the courts and outside the court, I think the working would be little easy than what is given. Should not be carried out from the post. That hangover should not be there, that you are a judge and the people are coming. Please don't keep that. You are there to serve the public. Serve to the best of your ability, and that would be the best thing to give. And I hope and wish that you would be doing the best in your life and career. And with dint of hard working, not only you would be addressing the first court, as it has been said that you would be the first court to address the litigant, discharging the duties, imparting the justice. But I wish with the hard work that you would occupy the higher post at the earliest. And I wish that everybody doing and keeping these 3 diamonds should come to the level of the highest post, not only the district judge, but even to the High Court. This can happen only when we keep in mind how to conduct yourself in the court and outside the court. With that, I would end my words, but I extend my good wishes to all of you to remain very, very successful in your career, in your work. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your inspiring words. I now invite Honorable Mr. Justice M. Sundar, Judge, High Court of Madras, member, Board of Governors, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, to propose the vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chief Justice, Patron and Chief of the Tamil Nadu Judicial Academy, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Vote of thanks is a formal speech at the end of a program. Now, this is end of the 15th week of a 52-week program. Therefore, it is the end, but it is the beginning of an end. You have the task ahead of you. Very quickly, I would extend, it's my privilege and honor to propose vote of thanks on behalf of the Academy. Honorable Chief Justice, who is patron in chief, he is a patron in chief. There is a patron in our chief. Therefore, a patron in every sense of the term. On 27th December, when the first program started, I just sent a message across, and Honorable Chief said, very good, please go ahead. That mandate gives you all the freedom to function. That was wonderful. And thank you, Chief. Thank you very much for that. And on Injustice, T. Raja, President, is a wonderful team player. I'm not saying this ceremonially. I had the privilege of working with him in a committee very recently where bipolar opposite views emerged, and he handled it so well with so much of grace. And I'm sure under his leadership, those are sterling leadership qualities. And I'm sure the Academy is going to prosper and benefit enormously from Justice Raja. And on the Board of Governors, and Justice Raja was mentioning about the sanctity of the seat in Rome. Thank you, sir. And in Justice Anita Sumant, as she was mentioning, it is work in progress. Please do bear in mind that we all continue to be students of law. Thank you. Thank you, Justice Anita, for a wonderful welcome address. Justice Adi Kesavalu, welcome, and thank you for being here. I'm sure you're going to get wonderful contribution from him. The Registrar General, who is here, has always readily contributed when it comes to coordinating between the two wings. Wherever needed, he always rallies around without any hesitation. Now, Mr. Lingeshwaran, the director, then Rishi Roshan and Anandaraj, deputy directors, Shobha Devi, assistant director, Bhavani, Wilson, Tirunavukarasu, Evo, ESO, all of you. Thank you so much for having worked tirelessly. I can give all the names, but for want of time, I'm not giving all the names. I'm saying and their team. I mentioned mentioned in the hierarchy. Thank you so much, and most importantly, thanks to all the participants. I think I have 2 more minutes to conclude. And taking a leaf out of Honorable Chief, I've always noticed that Honorable Chief takes an anecdotal approach. He always gives a very apt anecdote, very apt for the occasion, impromptu. So taking a leaf out of it, I thought I should conclude. It happened in your induction also. It is happening today also. And I thought I'd take a leaf out of it and conclude with one anecdote. One of the new features which we have introduced in this training is this Themis Award. Wonderful, good concept. Here, the anecdote is this. About 100 years ago, there was a poetry competition in Tamil and in Chennai. And I'll tell you who was the winner, who got the first prize. And I want you to put up your hand about how much you know about the winner. The winner is Madhavayya. How many of you know him? Not a single hand? Wonderful scholar, great Tamil scholar, not to take the credit away from him at all. Now, I will tell you the man who finished second and did not get the prize. And now you have to put up the hands. Let's see how many hands go up. Subramania Bharati. Subramania Bharati. This happened. So this is for the Themis awardees. while not taking the credit away from Inia and Dinesh, I've had the pleasure of interacting with them. Wonderful. Not to take the credit away from you. Round of applause to you. Please give a round of applause to them. But I will tell you, all of you are awardees today, and this is this is something which did fall from one of the sitting honorable Supreme Court judges. No, that's his humility. That's Justice Raja's humility. That's our president's humility. I thought two people we will thank in absentia. Two people we will thank in absentia. One is Justice V. Ram Subramaniam, who was here on a vacation, but he readily came here. Not only did he come here once, the second time he came on his own because one of the participants asked about stress management. And on his way back, he said that stress management is very, very important. And he suggested a resource person and he said, I will come. We know how important this stress management is. He took time off and he came here. We should thank him in absentia. And we should also thank our immediate past president, Honorable Justice Paresh Upadhyaya, who was there. And he was again a thorough Democrat. Whatever collective decision was taken, we worked as one entity. These two noblemen have to be thanked in absentia. And thank you so much for the opportunity of proposing this vote of thanks. Wish you all the very best. Wish you a wonderful innings. And we'll see you back again in the reflective training part in the last few weeks of this 52-week program. Wish you all the best.
May we all now rise for the national anthem.